What if everything you have been told about the roof of the world is a carefully fabricated historical lie? For 3 centuries, a terrifying silence has blanketed the forbidden, frozen peaks of the Tibetan plateau. In the year 1720, an elite imperial army suddenly retreated from Lhasa under a cloud of absolute secrecy. They plundered no gold, but carried out a classified mandate to seal every deep subterranean entrance permanently. Beneath the colossal stone foundations of the Potala Palace lies a geometric abyss that defies modern geological explanation. Ground-penetrating radar grids do not show natural cavern formations, but flawlessly carved tunnels of unknown origins. Every advanced scientific instrument deployed to map this underworld returns nothing but distorted, unreadable electromagnetic static. Diamond-tipped exploration drills shatter instantly upon contact with the deep strata, as if repelled by ancient forces. Historical archives hint at a prehistoric dark network of tunnels, stretching thousands of miles across shattered continents. Who engineered these massive subcrustal chambers long before the rise of our earliest recorded human civilizations? Further towards the horizon stands Mount Kailash, a monumental structure resembling a perfect four-sided quartz pyramid. Satellite scans reveal its solid core is comprised of highly concentrated, ultra-pure crystalline structures. This cosmic monolith has remained entirely unclimbed, protected not by vertical cliffs, but by invisible physical anomalies. Within its immediate perimeter, the fundamental laws of quantum physics and temporal progression begin to warp inexplicably. Scientific expeditions in the late 20th century witnessed cellular degradation and rapid aging occurring within mere hours. Why would nature isolate a single geographic coordinate and subject it to such violent, non-linear distortion? The anomalies of the plateau deepen as we venture into the forgotten archives of the sacred Yamdrok Lake. Resting at an altitude of over 4,000 meters, its turquoise waters conceal a dark, industrial secret. In the early 1920s, a Swedish mapping expedition completely vanished from official academic records. Their recovered field journals, kept locked in private vaults, detailed anomalies that threatened global geopolitical stability. Deepwater sonar soundings indicated that Yamdrok Lake does not possess a natural organic silt floor. Instead, the acoustic pulses bounced off a seamless, non-corrosive metallic lining buried beneath the sediment. Even more unsettling were the chemical anomalies detected in the lowest, uncirculated aquatic layers. Massive concentrations of stabilized mercury isotopes were found, arranged in artificial, highly pressurized thermal pockets. This specific liquid metal isotope cannot be synthesized by any known industrial manufacturing process on Earth. Does this highly toxic subsurface grid serve as an ancient cooling system for an unreleased technological entity? Every unmanned deep-sea robotic probe sent to retrieve structural core samples has met a catastrophic end. Their mechanical telemetry arrays are instantly fried by a localized, high-frequency electromagnetic pulse. The lake operates not as an ecosystem, but as a heavily armored vault, guarding a dormant powerhouse. Is it possible that our modern technological revolution is merely a crude imitation of what lies buried here? The terrifying truth about Tibet does not stop at its modified geological structures or liquid metal reserves. To truly comprehend this ancient conspiracy, we must pivot toward the massive fortress monastery of Sakya. Behind a colossal stone wall standing 10 meters tall lies a dark, untouched library sealed for generations. This massive vault holds tens of thousands of ancient manuscripts that have never been translated into Western languages. Declassified fragments leaked to independent researchers reveal that these documents contain no conventional religious scriptures. Instead, the delicate pages are filled with highly advanced mathematical formulas describing cosmic coordinate grids. Even more shocking are several ancient codices crafted entirely out of an unidentified, non-organic metallic alloy. These metallic plates are lighter than volcanic ash, completely immune to corrosion, and impossibly thin. Microscopic analysis of the etched inscriptions reveals calculations mapping the exact behavior of distant galactic black holes. How could a non-industrial culture, thousands of years ago, chart stellar phenomena invisible without Hubble technology? Every mainstream cryptographer who attempted to officially publish a complete translation has vanished without a trace. Their research servers were wiped clean by targeted digital anomalies, leaving behind empty, unrecoverable directories. The information contained within the Sakya archive is being forcefully kept away from the global public. We are facing an active, multi-century campaign designed to maintain an artificial dark age on humanity. What if our true cosmic history is locked inside a library that science is forbidden to study? Inside these monolithic tombs lie ancient, perfectly preserved biological entities, their condition unchanged over time. Beneath the ice sheets of the rugged trans-Himalayan ranges lies an ancient secret that physics cannot rationalize. For over 3 centuries, certain hidden valley networks have been systematically airbrushed from global satellite maps. These geographical coordinates are guarded not by walls, but by severe, highly localized atmospheric anomalies. Thermal imaging arrays flown over these zones reveal thermal hotspots deep beneath 2 miles of solid glacial ice. Deep inside these frozen subsurface pockets rest giant structures shaped like non-concentric interlocking metallic rings. These mechanical rings span several kilometers in diameter and are composed of a dark, heat-absorbent mineral alloy. Seismic data indicates these rings have been continuously vibrating at an extremely low, imperceptible infrasound frequency. This constant mechanical vibration bakes the surrounding ice sheets, creating massive, pressurized underwater caverns. Every scientific attempt to lower remote acoustics into these chasms has resulted in total sensor vaporization. The telemetry feeds do not just freeze, they record an impossible spike in local radiation before short-circuiting. The signature matches the exact radioactive output of a collapsing stellar system contained within a terrestrial vault. What primitive civilization could have harnessed the volatile energy of a miniature star inside an icy tomb? The official geological surveys attribute these strange readings to natural tectonic friction and volcanic venting. But the perfect mathematical geometry of the subterranean tremors tells a far more calculated artificial story. The systematic concealment of these energy signatures points toward a staggering, dark historical paradigm. To uncover the absolute apex of this mystery, we must ascend into the high, desolate caves of Shambhala. Deep within these pitch-black limestone hollows lie chambers untouched by natural forces for thousands of years. These extreme altitudes preserve structural relics that violate every established law of biological decay. In the mid-20th century, classified military recon discovered immense stone sarcophagi buried under rockfalls. Inside these monolithic tombs rest ancient, perfectly preserved biological entities in a state of permanent ID, NH. These figures exhibit no signs of decay, yet their cellular structures remain strangely warm and active. Every scientific analysis of the surrounding chamber records a low-level, completely steady emission of gamma radiation. Independent genetic sequencing of leaked tissue microsamples revealed a shocking, non-human structural anomaly. The samples do not possess the standard double helix DNA, but a highly complex triple helix configuration. This extraterrestrial genetic blueprint implies the existence of a prehistoric master race ruling before humanity. The constant gamma emissions act as a localized beacon, transmitting data directly into deep space coordinates. Are these sleeping entities waiting for a specific cosmic alignment to trigger a planetary awakening? Every institutional research facility involved in analyzing these genetic files has been forcefully shut down. The data is classified at the highest levels of global intelligence, scrubbed cleanly from history. Why does the global academic establishment fiercely condemn any non-sanctioned investigation into these high-altitude vaults? The trail of deliberate historical erasure leads us deeper into the subterranean foundations of the Western Plateau. Beneath the desolate, windswept plains of Nagari lies a hidden labyrinth of perfectly pressurized chambers. This massive underground grid remains completely invisible to standard surface-level optical satellite tracking arrays. However, military-grade infrasonic resonance maps reveal an artificial network resembling a massive, microscopic motherboard. The perfectly straight geological conduits intersect at precise angles that do not occur within natural rock formations. At each major intersection rest immense, hollow spheres crafted from dark, heavily magnetized iron ore. These metallic spheres generate a massive magnetic field that actively distorts local gravitational acceleration readings. Every unmanned mechanical drone deployed into these sectors suffers immediate, catastrophic structural compression from the pressure. The telemetry data cuts out after recording an impossible, non-linear distortion in local spatial coordinates. Is this subterranean motherboard actively regulating the tectonic and electromagnetic balance of the entire Asian continent? For 3 centuries, specific monastic orders have guarded these exact coordinates under vows of absolute silence. Their sacred maps do not show traditional geographical landmarks, but complex, multi-dimensional geometric navigation symbols. Their symbols correspond flawlessly with the orbital paths of celestial anomalies located far beyond our solar system. We are not looking at a primitive religious culture, but the leftover infrastructure of a cosmic outpost. If these geometric mountain networks are indeed artificial outposts, what catastrophic event caused their sudden abandonment? The answer lies buried under layers of ancient, non-circulated glacial ice within the Kunlun Range. For 3 centuries, geologists have noticed an impossible thermal stability deeply localized in these zones. Deep core ice surveys do not show natural air bubbles, but highly compressed pockets of liquid nitrogen. This synthetic chemical compression indicates a sudden planetary-scale flash freeze that occurred millennia ago. Entombed within this subcrustal liquid nitrogen layer are colossal structural remnants shaped like non-concentric prisms. These prisms measure several hundred meters tall and are composed of a dark, crystalline basalt alloy. Acoustic exploration devices lowered into the icy nooks record a faint, mathematically perfect harmonic tone. This steady vibration suggests that the internal engines of these prisms are still running on standby. Every scientific probe sent to map the interior power grids has experienced immediate mechanical memory wipe. The telemetry feeds register an exponential surge in local scalar wave fields before permanently shutting down. The resulting frequencies match the exact resonance pattern of an artificial planetary defense system grid. What forgotten intelligence could have anchored an active scalar field network inside these frozen tombs? Official white papers state these physical readings are the result of natural tectonic pressure fluctuations. But the flawless mathematical distribution of the scalar anomalies reveals a highly calculated, intelligent design. The physical reality of these scalar grids shatters the foundational doctrines of modern academic history. To decode the final sequence of this network, we must look at the crystalline fields of Kailash. This massive pyramid structure displays a unique magnetic alignment that actively repels standard satellite surveillance. Advanced geological radar scans reveal that Mount Kailash is entirely hollowed out down to its core. Deep within this subterranean vacuum rests a colossal, dark obelisk floating in perfect magnetic suspension. This monolith is composed of a dense obsidian alloy that actively absorbs local cosmic rays. Every unmanned mechanical probe sent through the rock layers suffers an immediate internal circuitry meltdown. The recovered data logs record an impossible spike in gravity fields right before total instrument destruction. The localized gravitational field fluctuates in perfect harmony with the orbital movements of distant stellar anomalies. This active mathematical connection proves that Mount Kailash operates as a planetary receiver for deep space signals. For thousands of years, specific ancient texts have described this peak as the absolute cosmic axis. Their geometric diagrams do not represent religious iconography, but complex multidimensional wave propagation maps. Every academic institute attempting to publish a complete translation has had its digital servers forcefully wiped. We are looking at an organized global containment campaign meant to keep humanity blind to its past. What if our entire world is being systematically regulated by a broadcasting terminal hidden inside the rock? The implications of an active broadcasting terminal inside the mountain grid challenge everything we know about technology. To understand the final endgame of this structure, we must observe the remote borderlands of Ladakh. This cold desert plateau conceals a series of massive, geometric salt flats that never melt or shift. Deep-layer radar surveys reveal these salt formations are underlaid by an extensive network of hyper-dense basalt columns. These geological pillars are placed in a perfect mathematical sequence, resembling an immense ancient acoustic amplifier. Seismic listening devices deployed near these flats record a continuous, ultra-low frequency sub-bass vibration. This steady vibration creates a subtle, localized distortion in the behavior of local atmospheric pressure systems. Every automated scientific weather drone flown into these sectors experiences immediate barometric instrument failure. The internal data logs document a sudden, non-linear shift in atmospheric density right before complete failure. This localized pressure shield acts as a physical barrier, isolating the inner plateau from external monitoring. For generations, local nomadic folklore described these exact flats as the gateway to an invisible kingdom. Their ancient geometric tapestries do not depict simple tribal art, but complex multidimensional wave interference charts. Every institutional scientific archive containing these specific barometric logs has been permanently locked down. We are facing an extensive, highly coordinated global isolation campaign designed to hide a prehistoric truth. What if the true purpose of this continent-sized engine is to shield our planet from deep cosmic scanning? For 300 years, the truth has been locked beneath the ice, waiting for an era that can withstand its revelation. As global temperatures change and the heavy glacial sheets retreat, this ancient network is slowly waking up on its own. Science stands completely paralyzed before these non-linear anomalies, unable to formulate a single logical explanation. The roof of the world does not guard human history, but an ancient cosmic infrastructure that owns our planet. Don't forget to subscribe to Hidden Wonders and leave a comment below to journey deeper into the ultimate taboos of history.